this is what we're doing today. We're testing out some tie-dye designs.
Give it to me like...
Hello, welcome. So today I'm doing some recreating of a tie-dye design that I saw Kirsty Meakin do. So I just wanted to pull out and show you these are the finished designs. I decided to test them out in black and white. I was convinced that I would like the black better. So I'll take you through the process, just the different styles that I tried, sort of what I learned along the way. But these are the final ones. And this one actually ended up being my favorite. So, okay, so what do we need to start? We need our cleansing solution. We need our cleansing wipes. Buffing block. So, nails have been buffed. I'm going to cleanse them off. Make sure I'm getting all the dust off. I've got my background colors chosen. I decided to go with a black and a white as a background. Might not have been the best idea, but that's what we're going to start with. I've got my colors picked out. I've got my different tools picked out. We're going to look at a couple different styles, a couple different ways of doing this. We're going to try with a bottle, using the brush out of the bottle. We're going to try with using a liner brush, thinner lines, thicker lines, and I'll speed some of this up and slow some of it down along the way. So first I'm going to start with my light elegance tack. That's going to be my base. So I'm going to coat all the nails, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to put it in my lamp to cure it for 2 minutes. Okay, so tack has been applied. It's in the lamp curing. I'm going to go for my backgrounds with the Madame Glam Perfect Black and then Perfect White. I'm going to do alternating nails, so I'll do black, white, black, white, black. And then I'm going to, so we'll apply this, and then I'm going to cure these for 2 minutes in the lamp, and then we're going to start in the next process. So the black goes on beautifully. The white goes on nicely too, it just takes a little more work. Okay, so first coats applied, cured for 2 minutes, ready to go. I have now my colors out. These are the colors I'm going to be working with. The first two, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up. I'm going to do these 4, and then I'm going to switch out with this, just to see if it makes a difference, because I was worried about being too busy. So the first tool I'm going to use is it's a thicker sort of petal brush. And I'm going to use the bottled brush to draw out or paint out my initial circles in the design. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is the first color I'm going to start with. And at this point, I'm convinced I'm going to like the black best, but that's not what happens in the end. So again, I'll speed some of this up for you, and then we'll get back to the technique. Okay, so that music is literally how I felt when I was using the gel bottle brush to draw out those lines. So at this point, I'm frustrated because it's way too messy. It's not sitting on the nail properly. But I'm still going in with my petal brush, and I'm attempting to make a tie-dye design here. Now, when I'm first starting, I'm pulling from the center. So the center color is that blue, that really dark, sort of indigo navy blue. Everything's running into every other color already. It's starting to make a cool effect at the bottom, but I'm starting to get worried coming around the corners here. I'm also wiping my brush every time, which is not sort of allowing the colors to flow together a little, with, additional sort of layers in there. But I'm still wiping my brush because I started this way, so I figured I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to finish this way. So this is the black one. I'm going to do the same thing on the next nail with the white as the background. And I'm still going to use the gel bottle brush for that one as well. Okay? Once I'm done here, I'm going to cure for 2 minutes in my lamp. Okay, I'm going to speed up that technique again, just pulling from the center, but frustration continues with the same application on the white. Okay, So as you can see, I'm continuing on with the same technique, pulling from the center out, wiping my brush in the middle. And this is with on the white background. So those are the final two nails. I used the blue, the dark blue for the center. I used the bottled brush to draw my circles, and then I used my Petal brush to pull out the tie-dye design from the center out to the edge. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use the light color in the center instead, and I'm going to use my Celina Ryden, the light elegance stripy brush. And instead I'm going to put my color, my gel colors on a palette, and I'm going to use the stripy brush to do, or the liner brush to do everything. Okay? And then the difference with this is I'm going to pull from the outside, so from the free edge in, instead of from the center out. And we'll see what effect that makes. I also wanted to send a quick thank you to my new subscribers. So if you're watching, feel free to like and subscribe if you want for more content. Okay, so at this point, I'm using the stripy brush, drawing my circles that I'm going to be pulling the tie-dye design through right here. So already my brain's going, I should have used a shorter liner brush to do the initial circles. You're still using the gel off the palette. I thought this liner brush was a bit too long, but it's perfect for this part. So for these two last nails, the white and the black, and I already did another black one in the middle, and I'm going to switch up the colors. I decided to switch up the color on the last one, so that's what I'm going to show me actually doing it fully. But for this, you can see we're pulling from the free edge into the center, and it actually has a really cool effect. So oddly enough, the white one became my favorite one. And I think it was just, it worked better with the color. I think the black maybe was too busy. But this one, I could start to see the tie-dye coming through. At least the way I wanted to see it come through. The other thing that started to bother me were the center. The center started to get really messy. So I thought about maybe putting, an embellishment right in the center of some sort. But this one here, this one turned out the best for me using this technique. All right, so finished product here. So these are the final results of my tie-dye design test, tie-dye test. Some things to note for myself specifically, I liked working with the Stripy brush. So next time I do this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use different size Stripy brushes. The first ones that I worked on, I used the bottled brush, and then I pulled with a thicker Petal brush. You know, it's just a completely different look. It was too messy for me. The Stripy brush allowed me to be more precise. This specific Stripy brush was perfect for pulling from the edges out, but for using my palette, I'm going to go in with a shorter liner brush next time to draw my circles, because then I can get more product on it to do thicker circles, and I still have my detail Stripy brush in order to pull from the free edge inwards. So this one turned out really cool. It looks like the middle of a mushroom to me. But the two, so that's my favorite by far. White background. This one looks the most like tie-dye, in my opinion. And that's my favorite. And then that would be my second favorite, the black, done the same way. So again, you can embellish the centers. This has a really awesome effect. And again, this was inspired by Kirsty Meakin, one of the tie-dye designs she did. So go check her out at Kirsty Meakin Nails to see how she did hers. So again, here are the colors I used. I used the YOKEFELLOW, and I used the Perfect Black from Madame Glam, Perfect White from Madame Glam. I used my Celina Ryden Stripy brush, my light elegant Stripy brush for the detail. And for the first ones, I was actually using my Petal brush. So for the thicker ones, the ones that look messier. And of course, I forgot to mention, these were top coated, cured in the lamp for 2 minutes for the final results. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.